Well, hello, fellow worm farmers. This is Larry with the Wiley Worm Farm. We got two bins we're going to feed tonight, and I'm going to try to make the video not too long, so we'll pause it during the time we swap bins. Here we are on the first bin. I want to show you something. I pulled this back a while ago, pull my paper back, and I want you to look right in here. Look here, the big old fat worms. Well, that one done disappeared. There was one right there a while ago. And where are they? They hide from us, folks. They're hiding from us. There's one. This is bin number one. This is what I say bin number one. I number them 1 through 400. I got 4 bins. But this is my first bin. This is the one I bought. Actually, I bought these worms from Walmart. Started on, January the 17th. I bought my first worms. Look here, there, Mr. Cameraman. There's some juicy worms right in there. And then I went back. Man, look here, they're piled in here. There's some food right here. There's a reason. Some food left over there. Bought these January. Look here at the worm. Great day. I got some more food, and this is 8 days later. Oh, I remember what this is pumpkin. This is pumpkin I put in here. I got a little bit more pumpkin left. But obviously they like that pumpkin, and I'm surprised they haven't eaten all that pumpkin yet. But they're working on it. I went back March the 8th and bought another 150 worms, and we got quite a bit more than that in here. Of course, I spent some time. There's another piece of pumpkin I'm going to put aside there. Make me a feeding trough right through the middle here. And today I've got bananas and squash. And these bananas are very ripe. So I'm going to pull some of the peeling off and put it in here. And give these worms some banana. The peel, this is a little slow food. But the banana itself, boy, they tear through the bananas. They love bananas. And they don't care if they're very ripe. My wife loves bananas, but she buys bananas, and before she can eat them, they've gotten too ripe for her. So it gives me a chance to feed my worms bananas. Give them a good feeding. 8 days ago, I was in here and fed these worms. And this bin was slow for a while. It took off slow, but it's kicked in another gear now and doing pretty good. I'm proud of it. Put my squash back in here, and I'm going to give them a couple of, I said squash, I meant pumpkin, that squash there. Cover them back up here, folks. I'm going to tear my newspaper up a little bit here. This is what's left of my newspaper. You get the newspaper good and moist, the worm will eat it. They don't eat it too well dry, but if you keep it moist, they will go through it. Especially if they're out of food, they will tear into that newspaper. There's that paper. I'm going to put a couple of fresh sheets of paper on here. Excuse me. And I'm going to weight it down a little bit with my little pump. Whoop, Mr. Cameraman, I'm about to forget it again. I don't know how in the world I forget something almost every time. I've got an abundance of coffee grounds. So I'm going to give them extra coffee grounds today. And that's good because worms like coffee grounds. And I'll cover this up here with coffee grounds, and then I'll finally get the newspaper back on here. I'm getting old enough that it's too easy to forget. All right, yes. Another thing I need to put on here is my eggshell. Ground up eggshells. But forget that as well. I got quite a bit of eggshell. I ground up some more the other day. I'll use them. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this camera on hold for now. I'll wet this down and cover it up and put this back up, and we'll be back. Oh, by the way, before we cut off, if we hadn't already, Mr. Cameraman, don't forget, if you will, to like and subscribe. And I'll put a couple of links at the bottom also. And if you need some worms, I can help you get some worms at Mimi's Worms in Valdosta, Georgia. Mimi has pure worms. I mean pure red wigglers. You can trust Mimi. When you order pure red wigglers, that's what you'll get from Mimi. Mimi is a woman of integrity, a very hard worker. So we're going to put it on pause for now, and we'll be back in just a minute with the next bin. All right, folks, we're back. For the second bin for the night, I just want to show you. Look how long these worms are. And that's red wigglers. I guess that's one worm? Yeah. Or was there two connected together trying to breed there? I'm not sure. But I will fold this over and lay it over here for the night, and or for now. Come back in just a minute. This bin here is my second bin. I bought 1,000 worms from Mimi Worms in Valdosta, Georgia, and I'll put a link to Mimi's under there. This one I'll probably need a little more moisture here. I don't see a lot of worms here. I know this bin's got a lot, but for some reason, I have a visual problem, folks. I don't like to talk about my ailments and my problems a lot, but I'm getting the age where that happens. I am 73 years old. I was 73 years old as of June of this year. This is November the 29th. November is almost gone. Almost gone, folks. So I'm going to give them some banana. I got extra banana, plenty of banana. I'll feed the peel is a slow food, but the banana, they tear it up. And these are very ripe, and that's okay for my worm because they love good ripe bananas. My wife eats bananas and she don't like them too ripe, but my worms do. So we're gonna make them happy. Got another little piece here we'll put in here. I noticed some bread I got over here. I forgot to put in my last bin, but that's been here a couple of days set out, but I'll give it a little moisture and wet it up a little, or wet it down a little bit. And squash. I've got more squash over here that I need to do. I probably need to put some of this squash back in. Well, I'll either put it in the freezer or dispose of it, one or the other. And I'm going to put a little bit of worm chow in here. Help my worms and their digestive system a little better. Not worm chow. That is actually ground up eggshells, not worm chow. And my coffee grounds. I've got extra coffee. I got plenty of coffee grounds. I went to my local coffee shop and they gave me, these are some I got out of my own coffee maker, but I got me a bunch from the local coffee shop, so I got plenty of coffee grounds. Let me see now. I'm gonna give it a little moisture here because it's a little bit dry. And I'm gonna put that paper that I took off here back in here. That'll help the moisture a little bit. Well, I squirted it before I covered the food up, but I'll cover it up. I'll get her done, folks. I'm enjoying this worm business. I started January the 1st of this year, 2023. And now we got 4 bins, and we probably got, I would say probably around 7,000, maybe 8,000 worms, something like that. Got quite a bit of worms, and they're growing. They're populating really quick, really quick. Now I'm gonna put this paper on here that had a lot of moisture in it, and it had a few worms. Now you can see that big old worm on the top again there, Mr. Cameraman. I think they'll like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a little more moisture on this paper. It really don't need it, but the bin does. So I will, this moisture will get down to the bins, and if the worms need a little more moisture, they'll get up here and crawl over the top of this paper. I'm pleasantly surprised at the size of these worms. A lot of people do worms a lot of different ways. You know, they separate their, of course I've started separating my casting every 21 days. I pull my casting out. By the way, if you need some casting, I'll have some casting available sometime in the spring. But some people separate the eggs from here, but I don't. I just put them all in here, let them grow, and let them produce together. And this will be it for this video. And we'll see you in a few days, folks. Remember, I've got some links at the bottom here, links to Mimi's Worms. If you need to buy some worms, you can get them there. And also my link to my worm business, WileyWormFarm.com, and a couple of more. So check them out. Until next time, God bless you. We'll see you then.